Welcome to this video. In this video, I will show you miscellaneous stuff on how to build an e-commerce store and corresponding Magento stuff. So the topics will be importing product, exporting product, or extending the attribute set, pricing, categories, some configurations, those type of stuff, and remote hosting for the images for products. I will just show miscellaneous stuff and probably some multi-store configuration in those areas. So this is Said from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and the shop that I will demonstrate, I think from this ShopForSoul.com. So I will demonstrate the information or the configuration from the backend. I might show some of the product who are our supplier. For sure I will not show everything, but I probably can disclose couple of them. So this video will be posted on youtube.justetc.com. And on another note, I have some videos on Magento. Those were created long back. Let me see if I can find it, or if I have created any e-commerce shop development in Magento. So I will make it part of this.
You need a website. Why not do it yourself? With Wix.
Okay, yeah, youtube.justetc.com. That will be easier to remember. And there are other videos. That's all right. So miscellaneous ecom and Magento stuff. Say Toronto, Ontario. Topics. Let's see. One of the aspects will be import and export products. Import and export product. Then if you want to import from others, what you can do, you can actually export some of the existing products and to CSV file, and take that CSV file as a template, and then you can insert data or format your data in that format, and then you can import. One thing is, I think when you export, you might see many different fields. You might not need all of the fields, and probably Magento also does not need all of the fields as a required field. So whatever data you have, you can just keep whatever data you have, and whatever Magento requires, you can create a your import data source like that, and then you can import, right? Or you can just when you export the CSV file you will get, you can keep all the fields and fill those informations that you only need, and then you can import. Anyway, that is one thing, import and export products, that I will show. I can quickly show multiple store configurations. You can create multiple store to sell multiple different category of items. That is one thing. And this cache management, index management, you have to do it very frequently, because when you change something and something, you might have to refresh the cache, otherwise the old stuff will be shown on the site. Index management, when you are changing your product listing, category listing, or creating new categories or changing prices, so you have to deal with the index management so that your e-commerce store can show the search result appropriately. So probably pricing little bit. Okay, let's say this is a I will introduce more topics as I go. I think the CMS pages, that is one thing. Import export, it actually does not okay. And then what I can do, remote hosting of images. You can host your images in other sites. Sometimes people prefer to host in cloud hosting, right? AWS or some other places. Index pricing little bit, CMS pages. Okay. Ecom and Magento stuff. Import and export products, remote hosting of images, multiple store configurations. Anyway, let me see. Yeah, I might show some of the CSV files that I am using for shopforsoul.com. So this is a multi-store view. So if you want to create multiple stores, yeah, this is the main website. Then you can create a main website. Then you can create a store, and you can then create corresponding store view. You can say create a website, create a store, create a store view, and you can link them to different categories. So electronics store, a baby store. I think those are in the past I used to have this, but now I don't have this. It probably was linked to the default store. So this is the store you see. Yeah, Magento multiple store 2. So you will know from here. So if you just want to export your existing product, you can go system, export, right? You may want to do it for different purposes. I'm doing it here showing because if you want to import, so you need to know the CSV file format, so you can export it first and then you can see what can be the corresponding file format or what are the fields that you have to do. Yeah, sometimes you export it, you change some stuff, some product information as a bulk, as a batch, and then you can import it. It's easier. But if you want to, let's say sometimes what happens, some drop shippers or some other sorts, they might send you some product information in CSV format, you can just import. So in that case you need to know the format Magento expects, and then you can reformat those supplier data, product supplier data, and then import it. Yeah, many might some supplier might give you the information in Magento format, then it will be an easier import for you. So entity type product, and then CSV. You can do little customization here. So you see, okay, while it's being downloaded, so it got downloaded here. Now if you want, let's see, you want to reduce your price by 10%, you can easily apply that discount in this file, and you can easily import rather than logging into Magento and changing it one by one or doing it manually. So you can, I think you will see fields for special price and special price from date, special price to date. So that's how you can change your pricing. I'm just giving an example. If you want to change a good amount of data at once, you can do it in the CSV file and then import. That's how it will be faster. This is how the exported file looks like. This actually is an older file, the one that I just downloaded. I did not open it. It looks like it was taking long, so I opened an older export. So you can see the different fields: SKU, store, type, category, yeah, all those things. Image 1, image 10. So there are many fields, but not all of them are required. Then you can maintain what are the fields and what are required. You can maintain it from Magento backend. So anyway, I think as you know, these are the fields. So if you want to do some data, import some new data, you can format those data into the CSV format, and then you can import. Okay, let's see. So this is where you can see the attributes. You can see attribute and attribute set. Okay, let's see. First, let's see the attribute. So here some of those are custom. Many of them are custom. Let's see, gallery image 1 to 10. These are custom. Actually, this is not the best way of doing it. I was doing it quickly, so instantly I was trying to load some product and do the corresponding code changes. So I wanted to do during the Christmas Boxing Day time. Anyway, my store is not that active yet, or is not that anyway. So it's active, but probably not too many cells. Attribute set. So you can, when you are creating new attributes, they will be coming here, then you can assign to this general prices. So it actually depends where your products will be coming. Let's say if you go to manage products, okay, let's say in the attribute and attribute set, in the attribute you can create the new attributes, and you'll also see whether you can mark this attribute as required or not. Yeah, in these required things you can just provide those information at the minimum in the CSV file before importing. Attribute set, yeah, you know, you can see the attribute set in the okay, you can see these are the attribute group. You can see general prices, meta information, images. Okay, yeah, I think some come from the attribute set and some come from the I think as part of the product implementation. These are custom. Yeah, anyway, you know it. So let's say in my case what I did, I think from the supply data I try to identify what data I have and what I need to import. So the fields that I need I kept bring them in the beginning so that the empty fields are on the right side and I don't have to deal with them, and then I just import it. Okay, this is one of the product CSV that I imported. So you can see the corresponding information I provided. Yeah, I think I updated this template at a later time. So I took all the required information in the beginning and all those things, 1 0 stuff, those I don't need it, or I can keep as it is for the default settings and then copy paste and gallery image at that. Yeah, I can bring it in the top in the left hand side or just after the required fields. They are the most important fields. Yeah, anyway, then you can just easily import it. The import process, that's actually good. I think first it will verify. Let's see if you want to import Magento. I think for if you are bringing new data that has nothing, that are not in your system, you can append, or if you already have those data but you're just updating some fields data, then you can use the replace. Let's see, time to time your supplier might change your pricing information, then you have to update your pricing information, then you can use the replace. Just you can create another template just with the SKU and the corresponding price and the price related fields that you want to change. You can use the same import file, but you have to deal with more data in the CSV file, but that might be clumsy sometimes. So it might be useful that if you create another template just for the product price updates, because it looks like the price will be continuously changing. So what will happen, you will choose the file here, and after you choose the file it will verify if the data is all right, then it will help you to uh, import. It will give you another option to import. Okay, I'm not really importing it. Okay, to calculate the prices you might want to use an Excel file. Yeah, I think the programming code inside you can for sure do that. I think import export, those can be done with API as well. If your supplier gives implements API and gives you access to this API, then it becomes more easier. You can just connect to them, grab product, and yeah, I think yeah, API can be one option. To calculate and programmatically update Magento. Okay, yeah, you can think about the many different aspects. What are the stuff that you want to consider? Let's see the raw price, your supplier raw price, your shipping cost, your shipping from the supplier and shipping to the customer, or if your supplier is drop shipping, then shipping risk. Just sometimes, because when you got the price, when customer will buy, unless you update those information nightly or every day, see, you can try to introduce a shipping risk. It's a little bit of more than the your actual cost, price risk, price fluctuation on the of yeah, and then return ship. What is your probability to return the product, and probably add something there. Total with ship. PayPal, if you are collecting with PayPal, then you have to pay some fees. So you have to put that in the final value fee if you are selling on eBay or some other cases. So depending on the final sale value, they will charge a fee. So you have to consider it in product pricing. So labor cost, if you are using data entry operator, you might think about it, or if you are doing it, you might want to put a fee for your time. Tax, yeah, you have to consider the tax. I think your website, if you implement tax, it will be adding the tax, but still you might keep an consideration for that. Currency conversion, you might want to put little bit of stuff, include something in your price, because the currency can fluctuate. That's how it will affect the prices, and you don't want to lose money, right? Then the profit case. Yeah, sometimes if you are selling on your online store, and sometimes if you are selling on eBay store or some other store, you can try to take different profit margin, right? It's up to you. On eBay, you're actually you have to pay more. This profit margin, it probably can be the same. You can the percentage of profit that you want to make on eBay and on your mall, you can keep it the same. Or another thing is depending on how much your cost, how much your hosting cost, or how much your eBay shop monthly subscription fee. Depending on that, you might want to adjust your profit margin in both cases. So this is just your total cost and your listing price, because whatever you will be listing, and if you want to separate the shipping fee, if you give the option that the UPS will be calculating the shipping fee based on this, or if you want to a flat fee, or if you want to include the price in the shipping fee in the actual price. So depending on this, the listing price, it can vary depending on the other calculation what you want to. Probably just to understand how much the buyer will be paying in total in eBay or in your shop or in different channels, and you might want to see how things will go. Anyway, this is just a sample spreadsheet you can create on your own, and consider something more, and then can, yeah, I think this pricing information, I think in the product import, you can see the cost field or a special price from and to field. Yeah, another thing is you can create, I think, your profit margin. Depending on your profit margin, what you can do that. Okay, for 1% profit, this is the listing price. For 5% profit, this is the thing. Or probably in general, you are trying to make 5%, now you want to make 2%. In that case, you can give a special price, and the import field, it will have columns like fields like special price from, special price to. So you can create those fields in this spreadsheet, and then you can import everything together. It might help. The cache management, you know that to make your store faster, Magento will keep cache of different pages, products, and all those things. But time to time, You can refresh your caches in a timely schedule, or sometimes you will be changing some stuff, some configuration changes and all those things. It will show here that your cache needs refreshing. You just have to select all and refresh. Sometimes you can for sure refresh individually. And there is one another thing, index management. So if you import data, then immediately after that it will ask for to refresh the index management if there is a change, because the search engine needs to re-index all the prices and all those things. So yeah, you can do it individually, or you can select all and then re-index, submit, or you can click it in here. I think depending on the number of products and your server, it will depend. If you want to do all of them together, you will script my timeout. You might have to increase the timeout period, or you have to do it independently. It will depend, I think, on your server performance and the amount of data. One thing I noticed, sometimes if you click one of them, this thing, they might fail. But for me, if I just select it here and click on this, that worked better many times. Especially in the category URL rewrites, the third one, sometimes it doesn't work. But if I just select this and click on submit, it works. It's ready to time out and all those things, at least in my case. CMS pages, here you actually define the content of different pages, about us or return policy, privacy policy, or you can also define the layout and content of the different store homepage, like electronics store homepage or baby store homepage. You can define it here. Yeah, sometimes you can show for which category product it will be shown for that particular store. CMS pages, that's what you have to define it here. And if you want to create new product categories, subcategories, that you can do from here. Manage product, yeah, I showed you already. Customers, promotions, newsletters, you understand those. Yeah, Magento Connect, you can upgrade your Magento core version or the different corresponding themes and modules that you can install from here, and some of the basic shipping configuration and all those things you can manage it here. The default layout, logo, design, or configuration for different sites in different ways, and payment integration like PayPal and all those things that you can do it from here. Permissions, if you want to create some rules and some other data entry operators or some other administrations, you can do it from here. Template, newsletter, catalog, sales, marketplace management. Yeah, we have a marketplace. It will work, but we are not active on it. I think if you want to sell through this shopforsoul.com, you can create your profile, and then depending we can allow you or not. Then you can have a store. You will have an administration area for your products and purchasing and all those things, and for a commission of your sales that will come to Shop for Soul. I think it's just the platform support. Anyway, this management is here, creating new vendors. And yeah, if I want to manage those vendors or the percentage of sales, commissions, or all those things, that we can manage it here. But it's not what I wanted to show right now. Anyway, let me see. So, okay, I think OpenOffice closed unexpectedly, so you don't see the list. Yeah, these are pretty straightforward things. And let's say, as I told, that I hosted images remotely. I did not host on AWS for this site, but I have experience of hosting images in AWS buckets. That's for another store, other stores. Anyway, in that case, what happens? Magento by default expects that you will be uploading those images to Magento itself. But if you are hosting to third party, you have to do some changes to some of those files, some of those coding, so that you are, I think, you create some custom attributes from where you keep the URLs of your hosted thing per product. And then in those coding, I think there are in some of the templates you disable the code that is loading from the database, the images database, I think, from your storage and those things. Then you replace those code with to load from those remote URL based on the custom field that you provided. Yeah, ideally you should not modify the original templates and original code, but you can overwrite those files in some other files, so that I think if you update Magento, your changes might get overwritten. So you need to overwrite those into another file. Let me see if I can show you where exactly I made those changes. Okay. So this list.html, this is one. So it's actually it's under app, and then design, then front end, base, default, template, catalog, product, default, template, catalog, product. So list.html, it actually, let's see, it will affect the listing. I think these list images, these are also remotely hosted. So you can change that file to refer to these images. I think there will be one attribute that will refer to the remote default image. You have to change the code for this purpose. So it's just the list.html. And for the details view page, let's say there are 10 images, at least there are 10 fields, so 10 images will be coming here. So for this one you have to change under this. So this is the file where you will change. You have to loop through your remote hosted URL list or the corresponding attribute set attributes, the attribute that you added, and then you have to, and the code in my case is not in very beautiful right now, but I can show you the sample code what it should look like. Okay, this is an online resource that you can use. So how to import product images from external URL in Magento, right? You can see magentopsycho.com, how to import product images from external URL in Magento. Anyway, I want to stop here. You can post your comments or concerns in the comment section, so we might reply. Anyway, bye bye for now.